Welcome to Behind the Stories. I'm Tyler Hill, Communications Coordinator with Arlington Community Schools. And I'm so excited about today's show because our top story is what education is all about. Inspiring students to find their niche, getting them involved in potential career paths, and making sure they're prepared to enter either college or the workforce. And it helps to have a little fun along the way, and that's just what our health science students did recently. Every year, districts across Tennessee are required to conduct health screenings for certain grade levels. Now, in the past, we've hired outside firms to help us with these screenings, but we found a better partner, our own students.
One girl, when I was doing blood pressure, she's like, I'm gonna throw up. I was like, why? She's like, it's too tight. I was like, I'm only at 10, sweetie. And she was like, I had like stop. It was just, kids can be a little extra, but I was like, let me wrap this up real quick.
Today at Arlington Elementary, we are doing our health screenings. We do them annually. District-wide, we do preschool, kinder, 2nd, 4th, 6th, and then we do them 8th and 9th. We do height, weight.
We take their blood pressure, calculate their BMI, and do testing for vision and hearing.
I am very excited to have as much help as I have this year. Last year I was at another elementary school in the area and I was responsible for screening about 300 kids, and I had to set it up completely independent of any extra help. So I enlisted my PTA, who were a great help to me, but had no medical, most of them had no medical training or any background, and it made it a little more challenging because I had to really train people to do the job that we were going to be doing. So this year I am so excited to have all of the HOSA students here. It has been seamless. We are getting classes out in 15 minutes. We're getting them all screened. Everybody is looking fantastic. It is smooth.
I'm like a pirate.
We have a few kids that will come in, they'll just be completely terrified. They won't want to do it at all. So you really have to like talk them through it, calm them down, make sure they're okay with it before you actually do anything.
I'm doing hearing, which is actually really difficult for the younger kids because they're really scared of the headphones. So you have to think of ways to like make them not scared. Like for the kids, I'll let them put them on me and let them press the buttons, and it'll make them laugh and make them be more comfortable with it.
A lot of kids come to school and they've never been to an eye doctor. We have kids who, they don't know that that chalkboard isn't supposed to be blurry. They've never known life with clear vision. So they don't know to tell anybody that something's wrong because they don't know anything's wrong. So if their eyes have never been screened or their ears have never been screened, then this is a great opportunity for them and for parents to find out, hey, maybe we do have a problem.
I've always wanted to be like an ER nurse or operating room nurse, but I don't know, like doing the health screenings at Donaldson really like made me think about pursuing a career with kids, like being a pediatrician or something like that. So it's just, I think it's a great opportunity to really explore what you want to do.
Honestly, I want to always be a nurse, but today in like the past health screens, I'm like, should I be a teacher? I never thought in my life I wanted to be a teacher, like ever, but like this past couple of days, I'm like, okay, I like this a lot. I like little babies, and so kindergarten and pre-K like has my whole entire heart. I was like, I can do this. I can be on this level.
It gives you the opportunity to see, is this something I really want to do, or maybe am I just in love with the thought of it? So when you really get in there and do it, or for some people, they may have just not been sure, and now they know for sure, I really love this. If they choose to go on a career in the healthcare field, they are going to be so adequately prepared. They will be leaps and bounds past their peers who have not had the same opportunity. And when you're in nursing school or paramedic school, this is a lot of what you will be doing, and they will be leaders in that field as opposed to learning. They'll already know what they're doing, and they will be able to facilitate and really mentor a lot of their peers.
And joining us to go behind the stories is someone we actually just met in the video, Kyra Borders. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So at the top, you're welcome. At the top of the video, we heard this funny story that you told us about how one of the students you were giving blood pressure to, she felt like she was about to throw up.
Yes.
And something I like about this show, Behind the Stories, is that we get to talk about things that I interviewed you about, but we weren't able to use in the video just because it was a little too lengthy. But what were some other funny encounters that you had while doing these health screenings? I know one in particular that you told me about.
Okay, well, I think the one you're talking about is this little boy who was so adorable. He whispered in my ear, he's like, hi, I have to fart. And I was like, so uncomfortable because I'm a teenager. I'm like, we just do it normally. Like, we don't tell anybody. I was like, it's okay. It's a safe place. And he just let this like loud fart. I was like, so uncomfortable. And I was like, it's okay. You're good. He's like, thank you. And he like walked away. And I was like,
It's funny that he at least prepped you, right?
I know.
mean,
I'm glad he did because it was a bad one.
right, he could have just let it out.
But he was fine. I was like, did that come out to you? Yikes.
But I mean, that kind of showed you what the job is like, right? Because
Yes.
nursing, the medical field, it's not a pretty job sometimes.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so how is that preparing you, for, going beyond?
Honestly, it's made me like love kids more. It's made me want to be a pediatric nurse. It makes me open up my soon-to-be job, I guess. It's made me love kids. At first I was like, I would never work with kids. Now I'm like, I love them. They're adorable. Bring me more.
Yeah, I mean, we saw obviously all the health science students in action. That was one of the things in the video. We just saw you doing the job, right? You knew exactly which stations you needed to go to and how to conduct these trainings.
Yes.
But did you pre-learn this? Was this something you learned in class? Was it on the job? Was it a little bit of both?
Okay, well, HOSA is a club, but we actually take classes. So in your freshman year, you have the opportunity to pick like your focus area. My focus area just happened to be nursing. And so since freshman year, I learned how to do blood pressure, learned how to do vision, learned how to do temperature and like all the things, and you like progress as you get like in different grades. And so now that I'm a senior, I know how to do everything.
That's awesome. And now in the video, we heard you say that you're possibly thinking about teaching now. What was it about this health screening experience that made you even consider something outside of the medical field?
They listened to me. Little kids, I feel like they saw that I was older, so they're like, oh, I have to listen to her. And I was like, oh, I'm a boss. I can be a teacher. I can run these kids around. So I like that. But honestly, I still feel like nursing is still my passion, so I can bring in kids and nursing together.
Awesome. And you mentioned earlier that you're part of HOSA, that's Health Occupation Students of America.
Yes.
How has this club, because this is something that you don't have to be in,
No.
You chose to be in it.
It's actually 300 kids in it right now.
That's amazing. 300 kids at Arlington High School in HOSA. That's got to be one of the largest clubs at the school.
Our group picture was so big. It was so great.
Yeah, so how has this club prepared you for college specifically?
It's taught me a lot about leadership, not just actually like hands-on. It taught us like how to be when we have patients, how to act in front of people, how to be professional.
Gotcha. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today, Kyra. Good luck in the future.
Thank
and
you.
now you'll know how to react when someone needs to fart
Yes.
on you, right?
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. We'll be right back.
Azalea is my world. When I heard that she had a tumor, everything just became dark. When I came to St. Jude, I started to get back some light in my life.
On top of first class best care, you will never receive a bill, so that you can zoom in and just focus on this child. The only thing we had to worry about was just keeping Azalea comfortable. St. Jude saved her life, and it saved us as a family.
Welcome back to Behind the Stories. Back in 2015, ACS took a major step in revolutionizing technology in the district. The dream was to give every single student in grades 5 through 12 an iPad to spark creative learning. It started at Arlington Middle School with 6th grade and expanded from there. But it's AMS and the teachers there who really helped us transform the district using this technology. Because of that, they've earned a prestigious award, being named an Apple Distinguished School. Let's take a peek inside AMS. Apple Distinguished School, it's a really awesome award, and today here to talk about it is Ashley Burns, curriculum technology teacher at the middle school. So Ashley, let me first just read the definition of Apple Distinguished Schools, all right? Now Apple says these schools are centers of innovation, leadership, and educational excellence that use technology to inspire creativity, collaboration, and critical thinking. That's a lot. So what does this actually mean?
It's a lot of words.
It really is.
To be an Apple Distinguished School, we've got to rethink how we do teaching. Teachers at AMS have transitioned from being the givers of the information to being the conduit at which things happen. They are just working around the classroom, and the kids are the masters of their education. The kids are leading the classroom, and the teachers are just guiding and directing along the way. And the technology is just a tool. It's not about an app. It's not about which app are you using. It's about how you can use that device to transform and to transform the education and give every student in your classroom a voice. Every kid communicates in different ways. We all learn in different ways, and using the iPad devices in these new and awesome ways really allows students to find their voice, and allows somebody that's an extrovert to continue to be that way and to figure out how it is that they learn best, or the introvert to suddenly have a big loud voice in the classroom and to showcase their knowledge too. And no matter where you feel that you fit on the learning scale, you have a place when you change this tool and shift it and mold it into how best it fits your needs. And that's what we're trying to do at AMS.
I mean, that's a completely different way of really kind of teaching and learning. And it was a journey for the district. I mentioned earlier that it started at AMS. The sixth grade piloted the program. So what has the journey been like? I know it's been fun, but it also has not been easy.
No, it definitely hasn't been easy. It's taken everybody, not just the teachers, but our administration and the staff and the specialists and all of us, parents, absolutely, to all work together to go through this process. So not just being satisfied with taking the stuff out of your file cabinet and redistributing it in a digital way. We've got to rethink how we teach. And it was and is a journey to go from I am the expert in my field and I am the expert at the front of the room to simply being the expert in your field and not of all of these devices. Because in 2019, there certainly could be, and is sometimes very often, a student in your classroom that knows something amazing about this device that you as the teacher may not realize. And all of us working together to be okay with that. You're still, as the teacher, the holder of the information about your content, but allowing the students to really shine. And as we saw in the previous segment, students in the healthcare at HOSA here at the high school really showcasing and finding what they love. Technology can do that too and give students a voice in a whole new way.
That's awesome. And I mean, being an Apple Distinguished School, I mean, it's a prestigious title. There are less than 500 in the entire world.
In the entire world.
Not the country, the entire world.
The entire world.
So what should people take away from this, that AMS has been named an ADS?
That just like the high school, Arlington Community Schools is future minded. We want our students to be prepared for the jobs that they're going to have that don't exist yet. It's exciting and scary and awesome all at the same time that our kids in middle school are going to have probably a job that you and I never even heard of because it's not around yet. So that's what we've got to prepare them for.
Right. I mean, it's for a world that isn't here yet. We don't know all the technology that's going to be down the future. So we're making sure that they're at least prepared with the latest and greatest as of now.
Absolutely. We need them to be problem solvers. We need them to be creative thinkers. We need them to be collaborators and communicators. And the technology is just a wonderful way to help us get there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Ashley. And you know, it's not only technology in the district. I think you'll find this interesting because you are an artist yourself. Yes. You own an art studio in Arlington. You're a former art teacher at AMS. But it's not only technology in the district that outside organizations are applauding. It's also the arts. Arlington Community Schools has been named a Tennessee Arts Academy Arts Partner School System for the 2019-2020 school year. ACS and its teachers were awarded this for having a strong commitment and support of the arts and arts education. Now, part of this comes from sending teachers to the Tennessee Arts Academy every year to expand their learning as art educators. but it also comes from the programs we offer. The arts is integrated in every facet of our school system, obviously beginning in grades K through 5, but AMS is actually one of the few middle schools in West and Central Tennessee to offer a 5-day-a-week music program. Every day, 5 days a week, middle schoolers have the opportunity to develop their crafts in music through band, orchestra, and choir. At the high school, the Pay Fine Arts Academy is giving students the chance to have one-on-one mentoring from award-winning and seasoned arts teachers, including film and video, speech and debate, theater, visual arts, and more. So congratulations to all the teachers, the one who really make this possible. And speaking of the arts, we're ending today's show on a little holiday cheer. The AHS band recently held its annual winter concert, so we peeked into their rehearsals to hear the Christmas classic, Sleigh Ride. Thanks for watching Behind the Stories. Enjoy.